What if I told you Netflix's lowest rated show ever had sexual assault claim, a big arrest, COVID parties, and over $300,000 in damage? The reviews say it all. God has left us. We need another flood. My brain cells flew to Mars. Can't believe Netflix canceled so many shows to fund this dog. And that's just the beginning. But how did it all get to this point? It's November 2022. Nikita Dragun, one of the main characters on the show, was accused of throwing a water bottle at a cop.
Okay. The battery is throwing water or spilling water at the officer and the security guard.
You're gonna go to jail if you do that.
If you get it.
And Netflix had just paid her to be on their new reality show. Then there's Chase Hudson, co-founder of the Hype House, who was accused of not paying his rent, which is why he's being sued.
Like, you could call my landlord. I've paid every fucking dime for this house.
Out of everything, there's also one that tops it all. There's an entire cast member who was completely erased from the show. Every scene, every mention, like they never existed. And 2 weeks before the show aired, a huge bombshell dropped about this person.
And I'd wake up to her hand in my pants.
We need to understand the one decision that turned America's most famous TikTok house into Netflix's biggest mistake. Back in December 2019, 4Kids had a simple idea: bring TikTok's biggest stars together under one roof. And within months, they had Carly D'Amelio. They had Dixie and Addison Rae. Combined followers over 100 million. At first, everything seemed perfect for the show, and the hype was real.
How many days are in the month of June? Show.
28? That's February.
But then in 2021, Netflix announced their big partnership. And fans were buzzing with excitement. They were almost as excited as I'll be if you hit that subscribe button. But just as the spotlight shone brighter, the crash came. Cast were seen suddenly leaving for unknown reasons, one by one. At first it was Charlie, then came Dixie's announcement. Addison, off living in her own mansion far from it all, and nothing quite looked the same anymore. It seemed like Netflix wasn't filming the rise of the Hype House, they were filming its funeral.
What's wrong? I don't know, I just hate everything and everybody. I swear to God, if one person says something off to me, it doesn't matter who it is, I will probably punch them.
If we go back to the very first seasons, there seemed to be a lot of missing parts of the puzzle. Just watch episode 1 carefully.
Tweak at all, okay? You're fine,
Fuck no, baby!
Oh, finally you're here, bitch. You got $1?
See those weird cuts? The conversations that seem to be missing somebody? Well, let's talk about Selena Mae Gomez, aka the famous TikTok star with over 12 million followers, also known for her fitness influence. She was best friends with another star, Jack Wright, and for months this duo was inseparable, creating content together and fans adored them. They were showered with praise and brands paid them handsomely, and everything seemed like a perfect utopia until this happened.
She cared about for me, but she'd also be the other guys in LA.
Jack dropped a bombshell by posting a video on YouTube titled "What Selena Mae Did to Me," while criticizing her for inappropriate actions.
She would break into my house, and when I was sound asleep, she'd come into my room, and I'd wake up to her hand in my pants, and it wasn't like the only time it happened too.
And this was so shocking that the fans couldn't believe it. As a result, Netflix had to bear the consequences. You see, Netflix had already filmed 8 episodes with Sienna, and she was almost in everything. So, naturally, to get rid of the controversy, they had to delete her. And they had to cover it all up, no matter what it took. So, what did they do? They ended up inventing drama. Take Laray's COVID test, for example. In July 2020, Laray tested positive during filming. Production came to a grinding halt for 2 weeks. He stayed home, quarantining as the chaos unfolded. But watch what Netflix shows you. He was seen doing a party even after being COVID positive. And when asked about the incident, this was his response.
I hate y'all. I'm over you. You know what? I'm blocking every single one of you. Unfollow me right now.
He even said that Netflix was fabricating the storyline to make it spicier, and that's why they used him. And that's what made fans angry with the production team, and they eventually began to get canceled. But that's not all. Remember Chase defending himself about rent? Here's what actually happened. He moved out, paid his own rent, lived in his own mansion. But the show claimed they were bearing all of the rent of Chase Hudson, which ultimately backfired as Chase came on live and confessed everything.
They tried to make it seem like Hype House was paying my rent, which rubbed me the wrong way. They tried to make it seem like I had like deliverables to do for them, but like at the same time, like you could call my landlord. I've paid every fucking dime for this house.
Noticed by the fans, and they called it all out, every bit of the drama that was fabricated. But fake storylines were the least of their problems. There was even more. On November 7th, 2022, Nikita Dragun was arrested at a hotel pool in Miami. According to police, she was walking around naked, causing a scene. And when officers arrived, she allegedly threw a water bottle at them. But here's what happened next. They put her in a men's jail. The story goes global. Trans rights activists mobilize. It seems like a lot of people were getting irritated at the show. However, while Nikita made headlines, court documents revealed something else. There was a staggering $300,000 in property damage. Broken jacuzzi, destroyed floors. Not only that, we saw Thomas saying wise words about the Hype House.
The whole thing with the Hype House is supposed to be just people who want to be around each other and people who want to be a family and who want to promote each other and build each other up and not tear anybody down. That's kind of like the idea of Hype House.
He was accused of allegedly owing his landlord $400,000. But according to Chase and Alex Warren, only one person made money from Hype House, aka Thomas Petrou. And everybody else, well, they got nothing. And so the drama continued, day by day, with chaos unfolding behind the scenes. Then on January 7th, 2022, the show finally dropped. Within 48 hours, 1.9 out of 10. 50,000 people signed a petition to cancel it. Some even went really far by saying they are all fabricated. But here's what nobody wants to admit. The Hype House died the moment it became a business, when Thomas turned collaboration into contracts, when creativity became content quotas. When kids were so desperate to be a part of it, their parents helped them commit crimes.
So I'm presently in the Hype House right now, the OG Hype House, which we are in fact making it the Junior Hype House.
Yup, a 13-year-old and her mother filmed themselves inside the mansion. The mom brilliantly posted it on TikTok saying, "We're gonna have amazing content." Sexual assault allegations, felony arrests, fake storylines, financial exploitation, property damage. It was all there. And it was all a part of the chaos that turned the show into a complete mess. And honestly, Netflix didn't film the Hype House. They filmed what happens when you give kids millions of dollars and no supervision. And surprisingly, this house was also listed for sale.